You guys see that smile on my face? That's the look of a green day, baby. We're up across the board. Happy Friday, by the way. Cheers. I appreciate you all for tuning in. As again, we're up across the board in the U.S. stock market quite nicely, and SoFi's moving as well. Up about 0.5%. Not a crazy green day, but we did break through $28 earlier. We took the highs out from yesterday, and the charts are looking juicy. We have a lot to cover today, guys. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Join my Patreon for my private portfolio updates, my private Discord. All that is linked down below. I actually posted an update earlier today. Check it out. Also pinned in the comments. And with that being said, cheers again. Let's get into it. So we are up about 0.5% on the Dow right now. S&P's up 0.75% as the NASDAQ 100 is up over 1%. Same with the Russell. And you guys probably know the Russell's been hot. We hit all-time highs today. QQQ is on the verge of breaking out. We're not 100% there yet, but it sure as heck looks like it's starting to break out. You can see here on the 4-hour chart, starting to break through the wedge. That's a very good sign. And SPY, same thing. We're breaking out. We actually just hit an all-time high literally right now as I'm making this video. We hit almost 695. That ascending triangle is playing out. This looks as bullish as ever. And am I surprised? No. We literally called this out at the end of last year that I thought the market was going to do this. And lo and behold, here we are. And it's really not fully breaking out yet. We're just seeing the start of it. And again, QQQ, I think, is going to follow suit here. It's up about 1% right now. We're starting to break out, but we're a little behind, let's say, the Russell and the S&P. We're lagging a little bit in the short term. I think that's going to change. And we're going to go higher. So we got some data this morning, guys, regarding non-farm employment change, the unemployment rate. So let me show you that very quickly. Then we'll break down SoFi, some other stocks that I'm looking at. So we covered this yesterday. The data's out. This was a very big day for, again, non-farm unemployment rates. So the average hourly earnings, might as well start there. That came in at 0.3%, right with, the estimates there. That measures the change in the price businesses pay for labor, excluding the farming industry. So that came in line at 0.3%. And the non-farm employment change, well, not looking the best. That came in at 50K. The forecast was 66,000, and previously it was 56,000. So that measures the change in the number of employed people during the previous month, excluding the farming industry. So the labor market is still looking a little weak, right? And that could prompt the Fed to maybe cut more rates, potentially cut rates more, and that could be a reason why the market's moving here. Unemployment rate, 4.4% is what it came in at. The forecast was 4.5%, and previously last month it was 4.6%. So that's actually a big, not a big, but a solid improvement month over month. Better than the forecast. I like that, unemployment rate wise. And yeah, the market overall seems to be digesting this quite nicely. And again, we're running across the board all-time highs on the Russell today, the S&P. The Dow's pretty much there as well. Where's the Dow at all-time highs-wise? We're about 100 points away, 150 points away from highs on the Dow. So, yeah, it looks like the market likes this, man. It's a great day. Great way to end off the week here. And a lot of stocks are moving. It's not just the indices, obviously. They're all green. We have a lot of individual stocks moving. Open Doors up 20%. AMC, although I never really talk about that one, it's still on my watch list. It's up 13% today. Oklo up 8%. Oracle up 5%. So those Oracle calls I have are getting some juice today. I think they're up like 40%. So there's some life there with the Oracle calls. And look at this breakout setting up here on Oracle. We have an inverse head and shoulders. We're testing the 180 SMA right now on this 4-hour chart. Big resistance. I think we break through. And this starts to break out again. That's my bold prediction. maybe not so bold. We'll see how it plays out. So SoFi at this point is up 0.5%. The cup and handle that we were talking about is still very much in play here. We have the cup right here, the handle. We're breaking through these moving averages as of yesterday, right? We had a very strong day. We broke through those moving averages, and you could argue here we have another cup and handle in the very short term on the 5-day 5-minute. You're noticing another cup and handle here. Either way, signs are pointing to this going back to $28. We have a golden cross on this 30-minute chart, right? And I think we're going towards 30, but now we're at 27.83. We hit 28, 30, 40 earlier today, which took us above the highs from yesterday, Thursday, and on Wednesday. That's a good sign. Now we're seeing a little pullback. I want to see it retake that 28 and start going mid 28s. And at that point, I think, yeah, we're gearing up for a move to $30 a share and even higher from there. If the overall cup and handle plays out on this 4-hour chart, yeah, I think we're going 32, 33, higher than that. So SoFi, I'm in the stock. I haven't bought recently, like I've said before, but I'm holding on to the shares that I have, and I'm getting ready for that earnings report on the 30th. I think, honestly, guys, I think we're going to run into earnings, maybe after earnings. Hopefully the earnings are strong. We covered them before. I'll cover them again as we get closer, what analysts are expecting and so forth. But, yeah, I think we're going to do well, and I think the stock's going to go up post-earnings. Before earnings, I don't know. Maybe we'll get some hype into the report, but I'm expecting some big things out of the earnings for SoFi, and the stock's been flat for 4 or 5 months now. We're due for a big move. We're due. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. And clearly, I need some water, but all I have is coffee, guys. All I have is coffee. That might be a problem. Cheers. I appreciate you all for tuning in. And by the way, if you want to keep up with what I'm doing in my portfolio, literally week in, week out, we're investing $1,000 a week, guys. Check it out on Patreon. It's linked down below. There's also a private Discord. I post my charts and ideas throughout the week there. You get more one-on-one access, and you see what I'm doing literally every week in that portfolio, and there's a lot of value. So check it out, link down below, pin in the comments, or go to stocksurfs.com/Patreon. Shameless plug, guys. And now let's look at some other stocks that are just going nuts, right? So like I said, Oracle, I think, is going to break out here. We're pushing 200, up over 5% on the day. We're starting to build that momentum. I like it. I think we're going to start taking 200, 205 out. No problem. I think that's coming. Netflix is another one that I haven't bought shares yet, but I am so close. I bought $90 call options a couple of days ago, which I am down, I think 8-9% on those, but they're longer out. They're like 6 months out. So I'm in calls right now on Netflix, but I'm not in shares yet. That's going to change, though. Probably later today, or at some point, definitely on Monday or Tuesday, I'm going to start buying some straight up shares. I've been patient on this stock. You know, I've covered it before here over the last couple of weeks when it was in the mid 90s. And I told you guys, I see a gap down to about, I think 83, 83 to 85. That's roughly where the stock was back in March, April, Liberation Day. You guys remember that, which is almost a year ago now, which is nuts. That's where the stock hit back then, 82, 83, 85. So I think there's a chance we go back down there, 82, 85. I don't see it going much lower than that, though. I got to be honest. So that's why I've been patient, because I've been eyeing up the mid 80s on Netflix, and we're pretty much there now. We're literally in the mid 80s, high 80s right now. So it's like we're super close to my target, to the point where I'm like, all right, I'm probably just going to buy a little bit right now, initiate that position at 88, 87, 89, wherever it's at. And then if it gets to 82, 85, I'll add more. But at this point, man, yeah, I think Netflix, is a good buy. If we're looking long term, obviously, if we're looking 5 months, 3, 4 months out, who knows, right? 2 months, although I am speculating it will rebound with those call options. I think it will rebound, guys, over the next couple of months. In fact, I think we're nearing a bottom on Netflix, and I think the stock will start breaking out in 2026 at some point. I think early in the year, which is why I'm like, all right, let me start adding the position, buying the stock before it runs away from me. Again, I'm in these call options, but I want some long-term shares as well at these values. I like the company. I love the acquisition if it goes through for Netflix, which I think it will. I think it's a phenomenal acquisition long term for the company. That's a big reason why I want to own the stock, honestly. And overall, it's just a great company, man. Solid fundamentals. Trading at, I wouldn't say it's trading at a bargain basement value yet, but it's definitely trading at a pretty good value here. And that's again why I want to add it, want to buy Netflix stock. And it might fall a little bit more, but I'm welcoming it. I'm welcoming it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, follow along, do all that good stuff. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you in the next video.